presentation. I will present with our Shiny application I use for data visualization purpose. So I will start just by cleaning and from just data importing and other stuff. So let's clean and also start importing the data. So start with this one, and I'll just discuss a bit more. Let's start downloading the data. So I think it looks working. Let's keep going. Yes, now coming. That's good. So for Shiny application, maybe for this data is generated from the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare, which is publicly available at the website, but there is a large, extensive amount of data manipulation and cleaning carried out to get this data output. So just to be aware of. So just we'll do some cleaning, for example, dropping this one and also reshaping the data to get participation, population rate. So we'll get the data, for example, this is the expected count. So just we'll do some data manipulation to get the final data outputs we are interested. So let's come to my code. So Shiny is a Shiny application package we used, and DT is for an interactive table, Plotly is for an interactive plots. Shiny themes is to have themes, and Shiny widgets to get different types of Shiny output presentation options, and this is color pixels to have different color options that we can choose. So this is the presentation option. So let us, if it's just start by downloading the package. So this gives, if we are not downloading the package, so we'll download the new packages. Maybe this video presentation is for those who have advanced or intermediate R skill. So just I will focus on mostly on Shiny app, but these are some of the applications and their descriptions. I will upload this code in my GitHub, so you will get the chance to exercise and manipulate yourself as well. So yeah, we don't need, technically, we may not need all these apps, packages, but it's safe to have different package options just to get working. So this is my GitHub address where the data is coming, and we do download and access. That's the data we get, the breast cancer data. So technically, do download this data and put in the temporary file, and then from the web, and then reading the Excel data using Excel. So just see what's going on in the data. So we have this data, for example, the state, the year, and different options. So one of the thing from here, I wanted to do, for example, I have here, I want to see what's year. So the year is like this option. So I want to rename the year. So to have 2000, technically this is the data from 2016 to 2017, 2017 to 2018, but I want to just use the maximum age, year group. So I will modify this one to get like 2017, 2018, and 2020 for data visualization purpose. So I will see here now it's good. The next one is, for example, if we see there are some variables we may not need. For example, if I say call names and then breast, so we'll see a lot of variables we may not be interested. So I just want to delete all those age groups. So I will delete all age groups like that starts by AGN, and also I will delete that one state code N as well, because I don't need these variables for this presentation purpose. And then the next one is reshaping my data into long format first. That means to get the data by sorted by, as we see here, like population 50 to 69, 50 to, so we have like different age groups coming with different the same participants here. So I want to this one to be included as a long format. So I will shape with pivot longer the data as you see here, and then I would also reshape to wider to get the data. That means participation, population rate, and expectation will be as a column and as a variable technically. So this is a code that achieves this interest. That is the interest I want to use for visualization, but for data reshape, that means pivot longer, pivot wider, I recommend you to watch with other courses that are specifically focused on this one, because is not the scope of this presentation technically. So I have achieved this one, and now my revised outcome have 9 variables, and it's now coming population rate, expected participation as a variable, and the age group is now coming 50 to 74, something like this. It is good, what I want. So let's keep going. Now, the next one is just check the head. So we have now the variables are coming good way. So the next step is doing with some data cleaning with rate. For example, when we see rates, current presentation is a lot of decimal points in rate. So we not to just TDs at one, so making one unit. And also I want to generate rate by grouping into 10 quantiles. So this code will achieve that. So we'll have so now we'll have now, for example, rate into one last digit, and we created rate by 10 groups. So we'll have 10 groups of rate data. And now the other is exclude some values for states. There are some missing values at the moment. If I scroll down, I will see a lot of missing values for state, so unknown and others. So I exclude those missing values as well. So let's exclude them and see, for example, after exclude what's coming. Yeah, so now the unknown and the other are excluded from state, so that our data is now clean. That's good. So now let's go to Shiny app directly. So Shiny app is one of the options that provides an interactive visualization option. So it will have like user interface. That means it provides the structure of the visualization structure, and also we have a server that connects, that displays the results and inputs into the visualization option. So this CSS file is used to make like themes customization. For example, this one will make the background in orange, and this one make the table in red. So this is just one of the customization options and themes for the Shiny app. Let me just maybe run the code first, and then we will discuss each of them bit by bit. I think that might be very helpful rather than say. So it looks our app is working. That's good. So from this, we have breast cancer screening uptake, and we have like on sidebars. That means on the left sidebar, we have rate group. That means the one we created in 10 group. And also we have state, and we have women's age group, and we have the download. We can download the data that we extracted, and we have the women's age group. So let's go to our interest for this presentation is to create an interactive map. So this is the interactive map that shows, for example, if we scroll down, it will give the codes, and also we can search the values from here. For example, we don't see 50 to 69, but when we search, things should come. Maybe 50 to 74. I think it's a problem. 50 to 69. Okay, I think, anyways, let's go step by step, and we'll come with this one. So let's go to the R code, and then we will see what is going on, and also what are the main components. So Shiny app have two components. One is user interface. So user interface is, it gives the structure of the application. That means what is the presentation of the data or the visualization of the data. So it is built with Fluid Page. So we use Fluid Page, and so we set, for example, set the heading. For example, for this case, I put breast cancer screening uptake, and also the stylus. That means the stylus I make here. I just integrated with the user interface. And the other one is sidebar layout. That means the sidebar layout is this section on the left column. So in this one, for example, I will see we have like sidebar panel with there is a slider input for rate by, this is the variable name, and this is the rate group. So we have a minimum and maximum. So we set the maximum and the minimum value as the value. And also the value, we set the default 5 to 7. So when we open the data, it is 5 to 7 here. So this is just a default value we created here. And also maybe just take some annotation, or I think there should be something layout or something pen, no? Okay, that's okay, it's not working. So that's not, I think it's now coming good. So if I select this one, I think this one is good. Thank you. What about this one? What about this one? I think this one is good. So this one, the user interface, we use Fluid Page to interact with user interface. So we have sidebar, we have slider input. That means the rate is a variable, then we just label as rate group. And then we have radio buttons. The radio buttons are as this one, that means just in the horizontal option. And then we have select inputs. That means the women's age group here. So the select option, maybe if I come here, we said multiple. That is the problem of annotation. So I said multiple. So if we say multiple, so we can select multiple age groups. So for example, when you come here, we can select all age groups, different age groups as we went, and we see we can make a comparison, and also we can expand this rate to whatever we want, and also we can make different states: Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, Tasmania, whatever we want. So this is some of the thing. I think now 50 to 69 is coming because it is selected here. Previously, it was not working because it's not selected in the women's age group. But now, if I search, for example, I have 50 to 54, it's coming. But if we click that one, we will see, for example, 70 to 74, 70 to 74. Yeah, it's coming here. So that is the advantage of using an interactive table. And this is the age group that shows different colors. And it is also interactive, so we can read the data at each point. What does it mean? Okay, so this is also action button. Action button shows, for example, we say show the result when we click on the result section. That means after we select rather than interacting by itself. So it waits until we press show. So when we press show, it shows the result. And also help, action button help. Help is used to if we find something as a precaution or as additional information. So when we click help, for example, it gives the data source and some just helpful information. So this is the structure we make. And also the other things I like the color, for example, this orange, the tables, this red is one of the thematic options we connected in the user interface. That means we use CSS file as, for example, this orange for background color is coming from that stuff, and this table is red. So you can change, for example, this to blue or red or whatever you want, and the color will be changed. So let's keep going. So we have C, the radio button for state, and also the selection input, for example, different age groups, and choose as multiple age groups. And also we say what is the age group. So we just connected in breast cancer, the variable is age group. For state, in breast cancer, the variable is state. So we need to connect the state and different variables of our interest. Then the other is the main panel. The main panel is this section. So that means technically the plot in the table. So that is the user interface we created. So we have sidebars and main panel at the user interface. So the server function now connects the input. The inputs are here, and the outputs are, we have main panels. That means we have table output and we have plot output. So the table and the plot output are here, and the inputs like in the sidebars in the left column are included. So with this server, we'll do that connection and to present our output into our local server. So when we see, for example, the modal, the help function, this is especially in server, we have reactive as well as observer. Reactive is to show, we'll see here, reactive is to connect with our data. So when we change the data components, then the outputs will be changed. But Observer is more of to give some guidance, information, precautions, or something like help functions. So, for example, in show model, I write, for example, in help. This is the data compiled from welfare. So this will be presented in the server when that means when I press help. So this is the output that I will get. The other is input data. So we have for reactive components. This reactive component is especially important to prevent multiple data entry or multiple data filtration. So we say filter data with reactive. So we connect the input. So we have rate. We have state and we have age group. That means our interested variables. That means this one input, and this one input, these three of them. So these are the input variables. Then so breast cancer is our variable. So from breast cancer, we chained with piping, and then we filtered the different variables. That means we include to filter our variables of input interest here, and then we group by these variables as well. So that means when we see the year, we will see the by group year. When we say states, then we will get the variables by different these different inputs. So once we do that, then the next one is summarizing, for example, by year, by state, by age group. So summarizing the rate value by these different outcomes. So summarize rate equal to round mean. That means I technically rounding the mean value to 1 decimal points, and then after one's group by, we should ungroup. So we should drop the group variable. So this is the filtering of the data in the server function. Maybe you can see other other sources about summarizing and group by. This is just focused on mainly on Shiny application in data presentation as a showcase. The other is the outputs. We have render table as an output, and this is also we have table plot as an output. So we have for table, we have used render dt. This render dt is data table, so it gives an interactive. That means table render dt, and so we list the 10 values. That means at the moment, the value here is 10, so we make just the default 10, but we can expand a bit if we interested. And then we have data here, download the data. If we are interested, we can, for example, download this data. If I click download, so let's just come to the code. So in the download the data, the file name will be breast cancer screening data, CSV, and the function is in file. So the right CSV filter data, that means the data with filter file is the file name we here is a function. And so row names are false. And so we have like this data. So if I click up on this data, that means I can technically get this data output. So click and you have the same variable name. So if I click this one, because it's already existed previously, just saying replace. So yeah, it is coming. So this is the data as you see. So yeah, this is one of the options to download. So the users can download the data and can use for their meeting or for any purpose if we provide this interactive map. So this, let's keep going. The plot is, we use render plotly function, which gives an interactive plot. So we use the data, like filtered data. Just we use data frame as a filtered data, but we can also use this as it is. So we use data is filtered data technically for y-axis is year, for y-axis is rate, the x-axis is year, and the color is age group. And yeah, there is also I put in the interactions by state and age group, and also line graph here. And the size is 3. You can change whatever you want. The title is this one: breast cancer screening uptake, X year screening, and color is age group. So let's see this one. For example, the color is age group here, and we have different colors, and we have screening rate, and also we have year here. So maybe just be curious. This data is the minimum we see is, for example, here 51, and the maximum we see here is 60.5. So the data is not, the rate is not presented like 0 to 100. So just this, I mean, bit jump in and here is because of the data was just presented in a small range, technically from 50, 60, 65. So this is good for presentation purpose. But if you are interested to have a data by, for example, every 20 or something, you can use other codes like, for example, should be here somewhere. Okay. Maybe here. I mean, you can technically you can do scale, for example, 0 to 20, 20 to 40, something like that. So that is the options. Here it is the example. Worry about that one. So you can, for example, scale continuous, and you can make like this if you want, but that is fine for me now. So let's keep going. So once we do this, just we represent this ggplot by P, and then so to have an interactive, we connect with ggplotly. Once we finish the setup for user interface and the server, then we connect with Shiny app with user interface and server here. So yeah, this is in short a brief presentation about how to present a Shiny app. Also, the one thing you should be aware of is in data visualization, it is always important to understand what are the users of this data and what do they like, and how their interaction and decision making looks like. For example, the reason I make like this is by considering the perspectives of this data users, but it is always important to discuss with the end users and also do some experimentation about what they like. So this is one of the presentation option, all the user interface and all things in one window. But there are also other presentation options. For example, if you are interested to get more space. So I will cancel this one, and I will go to the other presentation option. So the other one is the user interface. We can make in tabs. That means tab set panel. So maybe let's just run this code, and we will discuss. All other things are similar, except some differences on the way we present the visualization. So this one, for example, we have columns. We have inputs as a column. We have, for example, rate, state, and women's age group as a column. And also we have, for example, plots here, and we have tables here. I mean, this option would be good to get more space. But sometimes coming here and also clicking here might be some of the issue, but this is also the other presentation options that gives more room for our data presentation option. Everything similar except the way we present the data. Technically, we change the user interface option here with tab panel. So rather than the previous one slider panel, we use tab set layout here, but other things are similar. So yeah, just it's better to always present different options of visualization and discuss which one would they prefer. Maybe the next presentation, or I will present in a separate video once we have this application. So the next step is how can we deploy these outcomes to the users so the users can use the application. Technically, at the moment, this application is running in my computer, but I want to also deploy this into different platforms that can be shared. So there are different options to do that. One of the option is, for example, using rShiny IO. That means the Shiny application interface. I think if I have somewhere here, I will show you Shiny IO. Yeah, Shiny IO. So this is one of the Shiny presentation option. So we can present as a server in Shiny IO, but there are some pricing options, especially if we present more complicated and advanced options, but there are some free versions as well you can consider. The other is using R Markdown and also or Quarto with Flex dashboard, and using that as a presentation option that gives HTML option. So this is, in short, about how to visualize data with Shiny application. So yeah, you will come to comment my video to further enhance, and your suggestions. I hope you get something important from this presentation. And I will see you in the next presentation. Maybe before I move there, we can also download this data. For example, there is camera section here. So if we click this camera, it gives the data to download as a PNG file here. So we can still download, download. So when we see the download, so our plot is coming. So still the users can download the figures, or they can download the raw data, or even the users can play out. For example, they can select only some sections, for example, from year 18 to 19. So we exclude year 12. And so we can see a lot of presentation options. Like, for example, they can select year 17 and 17 only. So we can see how it is flexible to work on rShiny. So it's possible to download, it's possible to zoom out and zoom in as well. Yeah, there is a lot of presentation options, and also just changing to the usual presentation. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next presentation. Is about how to display, how to use different servers for this displaying the application into different platforms rather than using our local computer. Thank you.